Good morning, everybody. Hope you had a great weekend. But as usual, the MCO lockdown doesn't mean that we can go many places. As such, it was spring cleaning for me at home. And how was your weekend? A very good morning to you, and welcome to our breakfast show, where the ideas of the stock market, trading ideas that will help you to propel your portfolio to greater heights. I hope that a lot of things that we mentioned in here are for educational purposes, so you can upgrade your skill to catch the next wave of what's booming in the stock market. Now that's right. Now, over the weekend, we have the Dow Jones close a bit lower, and on Friday, we did see our KLSE couldn't boast it as much as it is, but today, very interesting. Please check out your TradingView plugin real time. You will see top glove. It's turning green pentagon. I will show you next in our later show in here. Now, for much of what we've seen, thank you very much for sharing this video, this live FB in your timeline. We really appreciate it. And last weekend, we had a rest day, myself and my coaches. But this Saturday, make yourself free at 10 o'clock. To 1 o'clock, we have a special event for many of you who are beginners. Do join us on that one. Unfortunately, this Wednesday, we are having another special Zoom event for our masterclass members inside there. We will be talking about the backtesting exercises that's done pretty well. Some of those results that will show you in the highlight of our Pentagon Guide, and how you can capitalize those in the Pentagon portfolio backtesting exercise. It's something that we want to share with you, especially those of you who want to join us this coming February intake 2021. The registration is open, and we're getting some of the numbers coming in there, but we want to get you guys up to speed so you are able to benefit any of the sector rotation that we talk about in here. All right, thank you for watching, and of course, not forgetting, if you have any stocks for me to review, do pencil in there on the comment, and I'll be happy to look at them right now. Now let's move on to what we have for you this morning. Now, thank you for coming. Of course, this morning, if you look at this is the Pentagon Guide just on top of my head here, and I've selected two shares that we'll be looking as a case study and going forward. Now, all in all, the market this morning still having this resistance at 1597. The 16800 seems to be that level, but we will talk about it shortly after this. What do we have for you this morning in our agenda? That's right. Now, remember, those of you who are first time to our breakfast show, welcome. If you are for the first time, just type one in there. I'll be happy to really know what are the stocks you want to look at. But as usual, this is the beginner level. We will be talking about trading plan, Pentagon Guide, and that seems to be helping you or many of our members. Now, not forgetting, let's look at the what we have this morning in here. Now, just a gentle reminder, as I said before, we always flash this in the morning, so you will know where we are. We are still in the red pentagon or the orange triangle, which means the KLSE have not much to room except sideways. Now, when do you want to go in? If you follow the portfolio strategy that we talk about, we have to wait for the green pentagon. That's right. So today is definitely looking at some of those issues we talk about in here. Okay, now let's move on to what we have for you this morning. Now, definitely looking at the Bursa headline in here. A lot of analysts are talking about rebound in the corporate morning for the morning of 25th January 2021. So many of the analysts are talking about, hey, lots of things been moving. We talk about technology. What are those sector hasn't done so well? And we are looking at a lot of the report talking about some small mid-cap value stock. Definitely, they are talking about travel and tourism sector. And apparently, the analysts like that. It's partly because they have to rotate something out inside here. Perhaps we can look at AirAsia right now and see where is AirAsia. Is AirAsia moving back there? And what do you think? Now, with the COVID MCO 2.0, there is so much, that the market can do. As you can see, maybe those of you who really align with the article that you see on the left-hand side, the travel and tourism, AirAsia, you just need to wait for the green pentagon. And that's why it makes SmartRobie so smart. if you like the sector, like what you see, just every day, just scroll through it, look at the Air Asia, and if it does comes out, maybe it's time to buy. And of course, we have the trading plan for Air Asia to align with what the analyst is saying in here. We just get ready. And that is how simple it is. I suggest to trade only if we surpass the 77 cents. That those of you who like travel and tourism, of course, the whole purpose of the breakfast show is to explore and to teach the educational value that you can see by doing either sector rotation or looking what is really now moving now. That definitely technology and the highlight of some of the past Pentagon trade idea that we talk about, you will definitely see there is a bias to the technology sector. But also, don't forget, last week, we did do our semiconductors. Remember, we do our semiconductors talk. There were a lot of great ideas in here. And right now, myself and my team, of course, for next week, treat for you on the February 3rd will be President Biden green energy policies. That's right. So there's a lot of green energy policies. And how is this going to affect the renewable energy sector in Malaysia? So that is going to be interesting. If I've been researching myself and my team, there is a lot of opportunity. Now, the only question I have to ask you is that some of those stocks that you have that is not doing well, what are you going to do about it? Now you see, this is another sector doing well. Are you going to move on away from the old traditional brick and mortar or to something new like renewable energy to align with the new President Biden? Now, of course, we will discuss that more on February 3rd, 9:30 show. So make sure you catch me there. But let's look at what we have for you in here. Going forward is the MCO 2.0, where a lot of analysts are saying, look, this probably won't have much of an impact, but there is also a news circulating around that, if the numbers of COVID cases doesn't come down after February 4th, we may have a further lockdown, but it's yet to be seen on that one too. But definitely that news has been circulating, has been debunked, yet to be seen. As I said before, in the Wednesday talk, we talk about we need to round the corner. Remember, rounding the corner of the COVID-19 is important. We hit a new high around 4,002, but like me and you, I'm not that optimistic. We might hit 5,000 soon. What do you think? Do you think we're going to hit even higher for that or not, right? If that's the case, do share it in there and give me a thumbs up if what I say is not the truth. I do think that we are likely to hit higher before we come back down. Remember, just like any stocks, there is pullback, and I do think the moving average of the COVID cases still remain about 3,003. So now you can really apply what we learned in technical analysis to the new cases. We want to see the moving average, the 7-day moving average for the MCO new cases sort of come down, but we have not seen that yet. Okay, 7-day moving average. All right, let's move on to the next news we have is low interest rate regime. Now, this article talks about where we as investors, as I said before, part of our education program is to get you guys know what are the asset classes. Definitely we have gold for sure, which is the old traditional one, and the new one. You all know what's the new asset classes? The new one, cryptocurrency. That's right. I think I'll talk about that in the cryptocurrency. But of course, a new syllabus will be added in our February intake, where I will teach you how to use this new asset class as part of your portfolio where you want to gain. Of course, I've said a lot about cryptocurrency in here, but more important about this, we must get educated. I think very important. As time and time again, I've always mentioned the goal for 2021 itself. Many of us need to get ourselves trained and educated. That's what we talk about trained investor and trained trader. Now, having said that, if you know this, then you will know many asset classes other than just stock. Even within the stock, we know there are different asset classes, isn't it? Then you have to remember, we talk about the travel, we talk about the tourism. Those are what we call maybe the so-called lack of better, we call it the COVID-19 asset classes. Those don't do well. And then there are some that will do much better. It's that sector over there, okay? So let's look at what we have for you now. Going forward is the automotive. Now, the automotive is the industry, which is kind of doing well. If you look at B Auto right now, okay? The B Auto right now is... And let's look at it. Okay, so you look at the B Auto. Let me just bring it up for you in here. Yes, it did have a green Pentagon. Now, if you like the B Auto or Berjaya Toto. And here in this news, they talk about KR distribution, and definitely let's look at some of the fundamentals, right? And let's look at the fundamentals. Yes, from what I see in there, a very good 5% dividend. Those of you who are more in the looking for dividend income yield, this is definitely you want to look at it. But of course, the FA rating has gone down to 1. One of the reason why, because the PE has gone up to 26 times with a 12% ROE, but the dividend of 5% in here. Definitely at this, it still look to be overvalued. Something that I just want to share with those of you who attend. Now let's move on to our next news that we have is definitely the US market. Now a lot of people has been talking about Biden increasing tax. Now this is the news that I follow in Barron's. The tax hike are coming. Having said that, but nothing much has been announced. Definitely have to wait for the next budget in here, but the stock market is ignoring it because this week we will see earnings. Tesla, Apple's are going to come in, and definitely if Tesla remain to be good, then you'll see another surge moving past the 31,000 in Dow Jones. All right, but definitely, of course, a lot of analysts are predicting this US Dow Jones will have a correction maybe after January 20th. It's already 5 days after January when I first make this statement. It's partly to anticipate what the earnings result coming out for Apple. We had Intel. Intel did very, very well. We have Tesla is coming this week. Apple is coming. And remember, Apple and Tesla are the two barometers of the tech sectors, as well as President Biden green energy movement, right? Now, we all know Tesla is into the EV car, electric vehicle. And do you know there are 250 automotive that is going into EV? Yes, that's right. 250 and 49 new batteries factory that's been built worldwide. So there is a big energy movement, the green energy movement, the renewable energy movement in there. And to me, maybe this will definitely spurs the market going higher in the context of the US market. How is that going to proliferate to our KLSE market? We yet to be seen, but definitely this week, let's see how the solar energy players, we all know who are the solar energy players in the sectors, right? Samandin, SLVest. Now, some of you did ask me about V Solar. How come V Solar tak jalan? If you look deeply in V Solar, there is a lot of fundamental reason behind it. That's why V Solar tak jalan. You can see Solarvest jalan and Samandin jalan in there. So something for you to think about, and also good. Okay, let me just see. There are any more stocks we want to look at. Okay, there's a UWC, DNO. Okay, and yes, DNEX. DNEX target, I think just use the SmartRobie targets. Okay, well, I will look at some of the stocks that you guys in here. Now let's look at what we have for you right now. Definitely, first thing we want to do is review some of our past Pentagon trade idea in here. Now, just a show of hands, and how many have got at least 1 out of 9 of this trade idea? Just type it in there and just show me that you have got some of these, or you have taken profit. That doesn't matter. That's fine. I think most important is to learn the lesson, how I choose this trade idea in there, how I let it run, how I build that trading plan so you can see it and also learn it themselves. Of course, in the process of learning, you make a bit of money, and that's good too. And now, if you look at this past Pentagon trade idea, was fairly good. Of course, as I said before, earlier on, the tech sectors, which I've talked about it last Wednesday. That's right. If you have not watched that Wednesday talk, do go over and check it out. That talk, that will probably find out, some of these we have picked up, like JF Tech 87% up since 30th of November, which is almost 2 months are coming to 2 months. Press Metal 25%, SLVest 43% where we pick on the 23rd of November. Syntex -4. All right, some people say why Syntex didn't move. We all know where Syntex is, right? Syntex is both in packaging and property. Now we all know property don't do so well, right? Maybe it's the packaging because of the MCO 2.0. People will need to buy more foods, so the packaging thing business will do. Dufu is not too bad, 20%. Again, IT company in there. Pekka is new automotive, and you can see that was picked on 28th of December, which is almost coming to 1 month. Now, more importantly, I want to share with you guys, if you look at this Pentagon past trade idea, some of those movements do take time, especially for Pentagon. That's why it's a beginner. So it's very important you want to sit back and sort of wait for it. And those of you who really want to learn about chart reading, bar by bar. Definitely you should consider some of our paid courses, then you can learn with it. Of course, some of these we pick MPI 14%, 11 January. JHM is what we picked last week, I think last week, right? Yeah. 18th of January, it's up 16%. And not forgetting UWC 12%. 18th of January. Of course, the most common question is, hey Martin, you know, I bought UWC, I got 10% profit. What should I do with it? Should I take profit? Should I let the profit run? So more important, I think, being in the agenda of what we call train trader and train investor, you need to have a plan. Am I correct? Trading plan is very important, and whatever you put on that trading plan, if you're not educated and just write it in there in your trading plan, I'm sure you'll have to build one. And from then onwards, you build this what we call a history of transaction. All right, assuming you do 10, 20 trades, 17 trades, 30 trades a year. From then onwards, you're able to compile and find key lessons from all the trades that you have. So definitely we want to go on to the next one is lesson learned. That's right. Now, some of the lesson learned, we picked Supermax 11th of January and UWC trading plan 18th of January. Now, let's look at Supermax, okay? So, some of you may not seen this before, all right? This is Supermax. We pick on the 11th of January, which is somewhere around here. And you can see the market actually gradually go down. It is still green pentagon, blue trend zone, means the trend is going up. And today, we can see, right? Ooh, Supermax is up 7%, right? Of course, the usual question is, Martin, can buy now Supermax? Again, going back to the trading plan, what was your trading plan? Where is your stop loss? So these are the things that we usually do there. Of course, some people say, I want to show you this. Very important, those of you who are glove lovers, okay? Top glove. Finally, Top glove is back with a green pentagon. And somebody say, hey, green pentagon can buy. I leave it up to you. I definitely want you to do a trading plan. If you're ready to get into Top Glove, will it go higher? I don't know, to be frank with you. All we have to do is follow the plan, understand the charts, and know there are lots of very, very negative news on rubber glove. Now remember, earlier on I teach you guys, right, what to do. Learn to embrace bad news. Correct now? Embrace bad news. So we got a lot of bad news. We have green pentagon. What do you think? Of course, next week we'll come back and take a look at it. Of course, if next week Top Gloves, Sudan Night, they say can enter or not. Again, that is what we talk about, building a plan. If you don't build a plan, you won't know. If you don't learn how to benefit, if you do get a nice run. And again, a lot of the sectors that I talk about in my Wednesday night will get you started in the right way, just like some of the picks that we have earlier on. I think the past picks, you know, we have some double-digit return. Of course, not all of them work well, right? There are some fail. I've just highlighted some of those that done pretty well. All right, so we have seen this. So let's look at Supermax. Okay, having said that, you can see Supermax today is up 7% and switching to an hourly chart. Now, some of you may want to have a more active kind of involvement in the market. Definitely getting our real-time version of our TradingView plugin will get you started, because this weekend we will be doing the TradingView for beginner, which I'm going to share with you the link so you can register. So those are for you to get a free account on TradingView, especially some of you who are elderly and may not know. This is a good time to learn a bit about TradingView. So you can see from here, you can see you have this very nice this morning in here, Supermax came all the way down, and this was 22nd of January, last Friday. It actually, on the hourly chart, made a green pentagon. Now, some of you may ask me too, Martin, which one to use if I using real time? Just use hourly for the Malaysian context. Hourly is good enough. Don't go into 5 minutes and 10 minutes unless you're trading the high volume one. But most of you, like me, hourly is good. And I think Zac, my senior trainer, also shared many with you that the hourly it's fairly good enough. Now, will it take out the old high here, 720, 730? We don't know, but we just need to put in the plan and see how it goes from that. Yeah, but from the chart wise, you can, if you just draw what we call the trend line here, I'm not going to draw it in here. You can see it's breaking out from the low, what we call stage 4. It can break here, come back down, but definitely we are in the accumulation stage for Supermax. Let's also look at Hata. Okay, also same now, all of them said. But very important, earlier on I've shared with you, Rose, every week, right? I just want to look at Riverstone okay, which is listed in Singapore, and many of you already know lah. If you've been following me fair time, okay, you can see, right? All this sooner, some little bird told me, he told me, Martin, you know why our Malaysian share all cannot jalan compared to Riverstone jalan? Mean jalan go higher lah. Then you look at UG Healthcare, also Malaysia firm, but listed in Singapore, also jalan because Riverstone and Healthcare no short selling. No short selling. No short selling in Singapore. This one listed in Singapore, right? The Malaysia one got short selling ma. So the short selling all press it down. Guess what? If UG Healthcare jalan, Riverstone jalan. So later on, all the short seller will gonna slap left and right. So they're gonna push up, and when they push up, man, the Top Glove, the Supermax, boom, rocket ship. That's why we have Supermax up 7%. Now, if you look at the Riverstone, okay, Riverstone, and you can see here, it's only up 3%. Supermax is up, Supermax up 7%. Top Glove is up, how many percent? Top Glove is up also 5%. Now, important that you all know this kind of relationship. As I said before, one of the things I want to teach you guys is to debunk a lot of the mystery in the stock market. Now, the market is made up of a lot of supply and demand, smart money, and all those kind of things. Don't take into the issue where people tell you about bankers' money and the retail money. No such thing, man. Basically, all we understand is the price and volume, and the setup very, very important in there. All right, and also knowing a little bit of dynamics between the sector and comparing to what I've just shared with you, the Top Glove, Riverstone, and UG Healthcare. I hope that really helps you for those of you who have rubber glove and don't give up yet. I still have a bit of rubber glove. All right, so let's sort of move on to the next thing here. Now, last week, UG Healthcare, that's right. Now, I'm going to bring out the UG Healthcare trading plan, which I built last week. I just want to share with you how I do this, okay? Now, this is UG Healthcare last week, 18th of January, as I said before. Also, let me just bring it up, UWC. All right, go. Very simple. I just put it over here, UWC, hit that one, okay? And I'm just going to bring up the charts on the left-hand side here. Okay, so let me just bring this again, UWC here. Okay, I'll just bring it up in here. Okay, so you can see here UWC Healthcare. All right, so you can see UWC. Now, when you first did it was the 18th of January. That was here, right? 18th of January, the market moved up. And now, of course, we want to switch to our chart. The overall market, tech and semiconductor is bullish, okay? Some of you may have seen when I did this plan, UWC have one bar pullback setup, which is this bar here, okay? This bar is what I wrote about, and breakout from $10 resistance, correct? $10, the one bar pullback on the 15th of January is a good probability with 80% win. Remember I said that before? So this is why we want to write that plan. Now remember, all this we actually teach in our February intake. Our February intake, it's a one where one of our top pullback specialists is actually shared. As a matter of fact, this is definitely one of very favorite trade setup, and in a way we really want to share with you. I always find that if you share, you learn something, it's good. If you want to upgrade your skill, definitely you can come to some of our courses inside there. Now, point number 2, okay, so we see already that one with a probability of 80% win. Now turn to point number 2. Indicator SMARTRobie turned on the 14th of January 2021. So 14th of January 2021 here. Important price level UWC is one of the things that we talk about. All time nut. This is a new all-time high investing strategy, like buying Tesla. So you want to buy and let it go higher. Price to enter was $11.06. We went up high of $12. Yeah, $12. So you're already in the money. Wait for our stop loss. We can okay, now we can compute. Let's see whether we can compute the stop loss right now. Looking at exit strategy. Okay, it's a bit slow this morning in here. Okay, I have to wait for this one here. Okay, never mind. After we'll come back and take a look at it, okay? So next we want to do is look at the profit target, $13.30. Did we hit $13.30? We hit 12.58 only. So we want to let it run, or red pentagon. Okay, period, we want to hold it for 2 months. So if we hold it for 2 months, usually we want to hold it because there's a trading plan there for 2 months. Then we see this chance of the market moving a bit higher there. All right, so this is how we want to do it. Okay, let's do the next one that we have for you. All right, is move on to the next slide. Right, is the trade idea. That's right, for our beginner trade idea for this week, 25th of January, episode number 20 is SL West and MC Holding. Now, some of you may say, no, Martin, you picked SL West on the 23rd of November. Why are you picking it now? I give you a clue. Remember Joe Biden, all this thing we're talking about? This little stock, I think, have a more room to go higher. Of course, some people say, hey, it's so expensive and things like that. Now, we want to trade basically on the technical side of things, right? Not so much on the fundamental. The fundamental, we will see the reasons on the February 3rd, and whether what I've said on February 3rd, the talk makes a lot more room. Okay, let's look at what I want. I want to do a trading plan in here. Okay, this is SL West. Okay, let me just bring this up on the left hand side so you can see it here. So again, you can follow me if you want to do this. So we do a SL West here, Solarvest. Okay, here we go. Now remember, Solarvest actually turned green pentagon on the 18th. Can you imagine you enter 18 and not today, 25th, you're already in the money? Of course, you may also ask, Martin, why you enter so late? I just want to demonstrate to you that as a exercise to demonstrate the reason of writing out a trading plan, it's very important too. No doubt you can miss it in here, but if you follow the pentagon on the 18th, you have gone in, I'm sure you make some money in here. But let's take a look at it. Okay, let's put in an indicator so we can say smart green pentagon was first trigger on, what date is this? Let me just move this back a bit so I can type. Okay, on the 18th, okay, on the 18th, 2020. Just like what we saw just now for top glove, right? Now, if top glove start to move up and we happen to pick the same thing that we just do for top glove as well. So we can see weekly, okay, we can see, let's look at the daily trend for SL West, very strong, and weekly, okay, just weekly, just some simple comments that we put. Okay, let me just take that one off because it's sort of blurry. Oh, yeah, you can see right in here. Wow, you got a lot of NS, right? No supply, very powerful. Remember, NS is one of Zac very favorite pattern that have a very good win rate of about 80%. And when you get NS, this little fella like November will jalan from $1 to $2 already, 80-90% return. Yeah. That's right, I think. So let's look at it. Weekly return. Weekly trend continue higher with breakout from old resistance. And old resistance is what price? Okay, let's look at the old resistance here is $2. Okay, so we put 206 in here. Okay, so we can see the trend. Let's switch back to a daily chart in here. You can see, all right, also another important level is likely to take out the resistance. Okay, what's the resistance there? What's the old resistance? There is 225. Okay, we can put the old resistance up trust. Okay, what price is this again? Never mind. Okay, this is 225. Okay, 225. Okay, the 225. At 225, right? What else? Uptrust. So uptrust is a, let me just put this again here. Uptrust is a sign of what? Sign of strength, sign of weakness. Sign of weakness, isn't it? Okay. Uptrust is a sign of weakness at 225. Okay. So we know that once you take out, this is a bullish move. Okay. Because every time when you see this kind of trade, take out the uptrust, it's considered as a bullish move. All right. Very likely, I think 60-70% is going to move higher in here, and also align with the overall trend. Okay, so we see this one indicator. Turn Robie. Best entry is on what date. So if let's say you have this on the 18th, just like Top Glove, if you discover at the end of the market close and then you enter, so you enter here lah. You could enter maybe let's say 204. Best entry is on 19th of January 2020, 2021, and let's say you enter somewhere around here. So let's see, just do this, okay? And I move this aside first. Kacau, kacau. Okay, pull here to here. Okay, then you will see you should be in the money. Okay, and in the money, how many percent? Plus 7.8%. Okay. All right, good. Okay, so best entry, but of course we enter entry today at 25th January 2001. Okay, so if you look at the okay, what else? Let's take a look at it. Let's look at the trading plan. Okay, so we look at the trading plan only if it surpass $12.67. So this morning, this is UWC. Let's switch to SLVest. Okay, we got SLVest, and we look at the trading plan for SLVest. Okay, so 229 now is what price? Now is 229. Now is 224. Okay, high of 224, 229 we go in 229 or pull back at 197. So we enter, okay, at 229. Okay, to enter SLVest. Important price level. Remember we talked about important price level. So you can put here all high. Now remember again, one of the reasons why we do this, just like we did UWC, when we come back and review, they say, hey, some of the things we got it right, some of the things we didn't get it right, and then we can do some sort of, especially those of you who want to do self-learning too. Now, those of you who want to do self-learning, which means you sort of watch this show, you don't want to come to any of our workshop, not a problem, you can still follow it, but then you just sort of, write those plans, and you sort of in between need to figure out what works and what don't work, and go back, because it is much more of a self-learning in there. You got to be very independent. You got to push yourself more compared to most. Because those of you who come to the masterclass, I tend to push you guys. I say, please do backtest. Yeah, I have to push you all like Chengu, All right. So all high is how much? All high is okay. Let me just take this out a bit. Okay, I want to spend a bit more time so you guys got it. 225. Okay, all high is 225, and today, haven't break yet. Haven't break at 224 only, and current price, okay, is 224. Okay, so it will take some volume to break this fella up there, but I think it's going to break it, very likely to break that. Okay, stop loss. Look at the stop loss in here. Let's look at the medium price level. Okay, we can also put a target profit. You can see there, right? The medium price. Just look at the top of my head here. On top there. What is the medium price? Okay, medium TP is 244. That's right, 244. Okay, $2.44, which is somewhere around here. Of course, you want to, or green, red pentagon. Okay, to exit. So you want to run lah, let the profit run. And remember why we want to do this is because if you look back at some of the top 2020 trade that you may miss out, and definitely just the earlier list that I shared with you. Apa itu just now? What was the one? The JF Tech. That could be the top 2021 trades that you did not miss. You watch it already, but you just didn't buy it. But it doesn't matter. It's fine. You learn. Most important, you learn. I think that's why we want to do this as part of our agenda going forward for 2021, being a motivated train trader and a train investor. Okay, so we can wait for it. Okay, let's put in the stop loss level. Stop loss, we can go on to the exit strategy. Okay, so exit strategy inside here, stop loss is 181. So 181 is just way somewhere around here. 180, yeah, 180 around here. Okay, that's pretty all right, I think so. So we can put stop loss is 181. All right. So that kind of holding period, how long you want to hold it, because we want to give it a bit more room to run. Can you see on top there? Trading period, 2 weeks to 2 months. So we probably just want to use 2 months. And if 2 months, which means now is 25th of January, right? So 2 months will be 25th of April. Okay. 2 months, am I right? January, February, March. Oh, sorry, March. Okay, so that completes a very, very simple trading plan. And let me just save this because next week we might just come back and look at it. All right, so some of you may say, hey, no, I want to see this trading plan. Just take a snapshot of this one, okay, very quickly, and run it down. Of course, some of these things we may talk about it in our workshop in there. So just to get you guys started in here. I hope that is definitely. Thank you. All right. So let's look at okay. So having said that, we've done that one now. Okay. So we're gonna look at some stocks. Definitely look at some stocks right now. Okay. Now, okay. Let's look at now again. Why we want to look at this is because we also want to talk about the Pentagon guided trading strategy in here, which we believe if you use some of those and able to rotate the strategy, taking it, and that's how using the number one, the Pentagon guided trading portfolio strategy in here. Like remember the JF tag, able to rotate it, and who knows, in 2020, our backtesting result in here, all right, we have made 106% return. And that's something that on the 27th, those of you who have signed up for the February class, and we want to share with you the some of those rules and some of the variation of the backtesting. I think they are testing the year 2019 and 2019. Definitely year 2020, as I said before, everybody made money. It's an average return of 53% from all the participating members in there. Of course, depending on your skill, if your skills, again, going back to what we call being a trained trader and trained investor, if you are trained, then you get higher. I think that's, at the end of the day, is how we want to improve ourselves, especially during this MCO 2.0. There's not much we can do. And if they continue to lock down, at least we learn about the stock market lah. Not only that, we also learn about the US side in here. All right, so you can see here now 106% in here. And okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to look at some of the stocks that you guys want me to look at just now earlier on in here. Okay, DNext. I think Jenny for DNext. Let's look at DNext. Just use the trading plan, but I want to look at the chart first. I haven't seen the chart in here. Yeah, this is quite nice. Chart started to break out in here, green pentagon in here. Just use the trading plan in here and go from there. What you want to do with it, or you can just wait for the green pentagon in here. Okay, JF tag, very good. We got Michael got JF tag. Okay, let's look at Yuki with solution. Solution is Malaysia, that's right. This one is solution. Okay, now if you look at solution, let me just refresh this. Again, going back to what you want to do with it. Of course, it hasn't hit the ATR stop loss. You may have bought it somewhere around here, going back to here. So it's basically what we call a horse riding. You're on a slow horse. Let's say you go on a bumper car. Okay, you know bumper car, right? I remember last time when I went on the cruise ship. Which cruise ship got bumper car one? Not many cruise ship got bumper car. There's one I can't remember. I think I took the family there. There was bumper car. So what it was that I was sitting in the bumper car. Suddenly no electricity. The bumper car stopped. Others was bumping here, bumping there, right? So the same story I will share with you. Your car, your bumper car not moving. Okay. Other bumper car which I said with you, JF Tech SLWest moving. So what do you do? So in the same thing what I did in the cruise ship, I got out from there. I told one of the I think the apa nama, those people who technician, hey, can I go into the next car? But of course you tell me cannot lah, very dangerous, isn't it? You say you wait for to off, you queue up again, and then you go back the car. So in a way, what I'm trying to say is very similar. Now you gotta have a good reason to hold on to this. So how do we know it's a good reason? That is why you do your trading plan. All right, or for Yuki, definitely, if you have a trading plan for solution, then you look back at this. Then at least you have 7 points. You want to look at it, whether it makes sense to hold it or not. That's all I want to share with you. All right, so I hope that gives you some sort of clue inside there. And you say that, hey, maybe, or of course you can type solution in here on the SmartRobie. I'm just not going to type it in there. You can look at the fundamental reason. If you just pay dividend, then write it down on your trading plan. Right, at the end of the day, as I talked before, 2021, it's a year you want to be a trained trader and a trained investor. All right, so I hope that helps, Yuki. Okay, now let's move on to went up to 190. I think. Okay, let's look at breakout already March. Okay, QES. Let's look at QES, and I'm going to look at QES. Okay. Okay, QES is nice. I think it's moving up in here. No worries. Just be careful of the climatic volume. All right. Put on your exit strategy in here. Just look at that and let it go. My biggest concern is those who like Yuki, who has who may not have solution. It's just that maybe, you know, very common. I get, you know, letters and say, hey, I bought this stock, I got stuck. Then I ask them, can cut loss not? Cannot lah. Very painful. Cut loss, I lose money. Then what was the reason you bought it? Okay, so some people take longer to realize that cutting loss is important. Some people can cut loss. Some people find it very difficult. If you cannot cut loss, then in this business it's very difficult, because we can be wrong, ladies and gentlemen. I have been wrong many times, and I find cutting loss, even for myself at this level, is so difficult. So what I want to do is align myself with growth sectors, with the right sector. So before I buy anything, what was the sector, right? And what was the indicator? Just like what I've showed you here, I put in the all the trading plan. It did support what the reason why I go in there. Of course, we also have the stop loss. The stop loss will probably take me out too. All right. Again, don't blame yourself. All right. If you are not trained, you have never done the trading plan before, and you happen to have a stock that is stuck there, it's fine, it's normal. It's just that, you know, it's never been a part of the agenda to train yourself, and you sort of like, you hear that, or your reminder tell you buy, and sometimes we get into trouble. So don't be so hard on yourself. Learn like what we do. Use the trading plan in here. Okay. Yeah, Yuki, close eye, cut loss. All right. Okay, let's look at some of the other stocks that you have. UWC is doing well. Let's look at D&O. I think D&O is also a technology in here. D&O. Yeah, this one is going up. So in here, very nice. Of course, sometimes things don't go up like a rocket ship. They have pullback. So learn about pullback. Now, you want to learn about pullback, do join our February intake. Then you can understand the charts going in there. You don't have to panic. You have all the right indicator, and you have our coach supporting you through our Telegram too. Something you can think about in here. All right, there's a lot in here. Asia, I said before, for Thomas, very simple. You wait until the green pentagon come, okay? The analysts, as I said before, early on, they like Air Asia. They say travel, right? And same thing, you can put Genting Malaysia here, okay? Genting Malaysia. It will come back one. I tell you, this thing will come back one. But maybe it go down to $1.20. Then turn, then already buy there lah. What for buy now? Right? I know the notions of many of you like to average down, right? Because you can turn back. Averaging down, it's not a good idea. Okay, if you don't trust me, write it in your trading plan. All right, write it in your trading plan like this. What you want to do with it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, we learn from it. I think that's very important too. Okay, more. Let me see. Green energy. Yeah, all the CY, CUWC. Pentagon is nice. Okay. Bursa. Yeah, I should know short selling. Okay. Any more stocks inside here? There was somebody asked how to get the green pentagon and red pentagon. New to here, Han. You can get it from the SmartRobie. So if you look at the right hand side under the comments there, there is a SmartRobie with my personal referral code. Download it first, and then you can see a lot of the charts. Of course, if you want to see in the trading view, that is a separate package. I have the a special this week in here. Some of you did ask, so do take a look at that. Okay. So again, going back to here, the line change which I talk about every week, important. Sorry, I go back too fast. This is what we talk. The setup, all the green pentagon that you see here, right? The JF Tech lah, the SLVest lah, all follow a very similar conceptual map. Low volume. Okay, low volume. Again, I cannot emphasize more. This is important in here. We don't have a chance to show you because I spent too much time on the others. All right. Again, this is a QR code for the Trade VSA tutorial. Go and visit them. You can see me talking about line change, spring, and so forth. All right. And also, if you like the show, as a token appreciation, go over to Google My Business and review us. Some of the things that we share with you, hopefully, it will give you the educational value that you need to be sane in the stock market. All right. And of course, this is a special treat. As I said before, you want to take this down for this coming Saturday, that's right, the 30th of January, we'll be doing our free, this one free one, the trading view with technical analysis for beginner. Definitely, it will be on Zoom. We have limited to 500 seats inside here. Depending, today we already have 200 over people and more. If more people come, then we'll be good. We'll be something that will be very, very basic. Now, if you are very good already in technical analysis, this is something you can give it a miss. All right, give it a miss. All right, and of course, don't forget, things I've talked about is the February intake for our masterclass. It's a 3-day masterclass. It's just that I have so much to share with you. We have to do it over 5 days. That's right. So sort of ease out. And definitely the 2021, the new syllabus that I'm pretty excited and I'm trying to get in is the Bitcoin. So make sure you join me then. Of course, we will have this special now. Now, some of you did ask me about the TradingView plugin and so on and so forth. I think Richie, how's the situation over in the place where you are? Hopefully the COVID cases is not so bad, Richie. All right, now this is the promotion that we have, and it is only another 6 more days. And you know, like most Malaysian, last minute only 31st all buy one. So if you're really interested, check out the combo plan, which is the one that entitle you for the free receipt. Now remember, the masterclass that we do 5 times a year. So imagine you just pay 4,888. You get the plugin 3 months. No, not 3 months. It's 12 months plus free 3 months. So you get about 15 months. Okay, 15 months. Okay, and also 6 receipt a year for masterclass. Some people say this is the most better. Now, one of the reasons why we do that is, again, aligning back to what I've talked about, the motivated, trained trader, and trained investor. So give yourself 12 months. Give us a chance for you to train you up in the next 12 months or so. So something for you to think about. Of course, if you don't want to go for the masterclass, then we have the 12-month plugin. You get another 2 months. So 12 months plus 2 months, 14 months for 2,688. Then you can pretty much get that. And this is only for the Chinese New Year promotion. Now, you want to know more about it? There is a number there on the right-hand side. You can just WhatsApp to us, or you can just get it from the website inside here. All right. Okay, now very important again, this one is something that I want to share with you. Again, this one free one. Okay, on the 3rd of February. Okay, 3rd of February is President Biden green energy policies. And some of the things I will share with you will be insightful for at least year 2021. We are starting right now, January. And if those ideas can make you money, okay, and some of the things we talk about like SLS, Amadia, and it's important that you know for the reason you want to hold it longer, more than 2 months, you want to trade it, you want to invest it. This is definitely something for you in here. All right. And for those of you first time, do join our best Telegram channel for great information in here. Definitely the event that we talk about will be, that's a couple of events coming up. The January 27, which is for masterclass members inside there. We'll be doing the Pentagon trading one. So this coming Wednesday, and this Saturday will be our free TradingView training too. All right, there's a lot more comment inside there. I won't able to have time to look at that. In any case that you have, do check out the SmartRobie and look at the trading plan, as well as the comment that they have over there. Will give you some sort of idea to do. It's just that there's so many of you guys in here, and definitely I want to see you out there again. All right, do let us know if you're interested in any of our combo plans or free education tips, whatever the case is. That's a number you can WhatsApp us. And with that, I'll see you guys on Wednesday morning, right, for our breakfast show again. If not, the main event will be the 30th of January. Of course, that one is a very basic trading view for those of you who want to learn. Definitely, we want to get you started and know a bit about our company and what we can do to offer you what we said about the trained trader and trained investor agenda to get you up into speed. So thank you for coming. I hope you enjoy as much as I do enjoying your time. You spend about an hour with me. I want to give full value in your morning breakfast show. Thank you again. Bye-bye.